the issue of the non-use of the indelible ink breaches the law. Mr. Speaker, let me refer the House to Article 51 of the Constitution. Mr. Speaker, with your leave, let me read. The Electoral Commission shall, by constitutional instrument, make regulations for the effective performance. Mr. Speaker, the controlling phrase there is for the effective performance of its functions under the Constitution or any other law, and in particular for the registration of voters, the conduct of public elections and referenda, including provision for voting by proxy. So, Mr. Speaker, you cannot come to Parliament with an instrument where protocols have been clearly outlined in the instrument, and you, by an administrative fiat, decide that you will go according to the protocol. Mr. Speaker, the use of indelible ink is part of the regulations that we put in the instrument for the effective performance of the Electoral Commissioner. So you cannot decide that you will not apply it. Mr. Speaker, it is for good reasons that we use, for instance, transparent ballot boxes. So can she wake up tomorrow and say that by an administrative fiat, I will no longer apply transparent ballot boxes? So she must do things that will make her perform effectively, and not to come up with instruments that will rather detract from the effective performance of their functions.
If you see somebody sitting on the truth and looking for it, is engaged in an act of unmitigated deception. Mr. Speaker, on this matter of the Electoral Commission's decision not to comply with the use of the indelible ink is a flagrant violation of law. And Mr. Speaker, the Electoral Commission and the chairperson of the commission does not have a right to impose a discretion over law. I am quoting here, Mr. Speaker, specifically the Public Elections Regulations 2020 CI 127, Section 33(2)(c). Mr. Speaker, and I quote with your permission, C, a mark which shall so far as possible be permanent and shall be made on the voter. 2C, Mr. Speaker, this is what the regulation says, that a mark which shall as far as possible be permanent shall be made on the voter. Shall. That is the using the operation word, Mr. Speaker, shall. So it is not at the discretion of the Electoral Commission or any official of the Electoral Commission to assume a discretion and go ahead to put aside the law and do whatever they like. Mr. Speaker, since this House has a bounden duty to protect the laws that have been passed by this House, we have to call the chairperson and the Electoral Commission to order.
We are here fighting Electoral Commission that why are you discontinuing the use of indelible ink? But you were here, you came to pass a law. The chairman of the committee, the majority leader himself, he laid it and passed it and said the Electoral Commission should use indelible ink. Meanwhile, you passed the law that you shouldn't use it. So, Mr. Speaker, you see where we found ourselves. So when you are coming to lay a regulation or a constitutional instrument and we are making a good case, listen to us. Listen to us. Mr. Speaker, even the constitutional instrument to make disenfranchise those who don't have the Ghana card. Mr. Speaker, that the Electoral Commission is independent. She looked into our face and said, I'm bringing it back. That in 2024, she's bringing it back. And that she knows that Ghanaians who do not have the Ghana card is by choice.